An Arizona truck driver's dash cam video is going viral and blowing up our Fox 10 website.
Yes, the video shows what he believes looks like a ghost, some other people do too, on the side of the freeway.
Look behind you. Insane. Whoa, did you see that just shoot across? Did anyone else?
They even talked about some of the G-forces that they've seen, which in simplest terms, it's when you feel your body accelerating against gravity.
What about G-forces? Let's talk about G-forces of those vehicles. Could a human survive those G-forces with known technology today? No.
No, not for the acceleration rates that we observed.
And now the other question, which is, we don't exactly get things arriving from other solar systems that often, right? Help us understand how big a deal it is, and is that why it's called Interstellar Meteor 1? Because there isn't one before it.
Right. This is the first one identified by U.S. government sensors, mostly satellites, and we didn't discover any such object before. It was more than half a meter in size and released a few percent of the energy output of the Hiroshima atomic bomb when it exploded 20 kilometers above the Pacific Ocean. And we were able to localize the path of the meteor. We found these spherules, droplets that were melted off its surface where we expected they were concentrated in that region. It's the first time that humans put their hands on material from a large object that entered the solar system from outside.
But Gadi, I'll tell you this, man. It is so far beyond just national security and strategic surprise. If this is correct, then this changes the fabric of our understanding of what it means to be human. And I, myself, am encouraged that we're going to learn more extremely soon, not just through bureaucrats, not just through the legal system, but there are other ways in which people get truth out, and I'm excited for that.
I'm glad you're encouraged. I'm glad you're excited. I am frustrated because it seems like the truth is out there. It's just inside of a skiff that I don't have.
No, Gadi, it's inches closer every day. You've been on this beat. You've been on this beat, and you know it is inches closer every day.
It took William Church, who was behind the wheel, by surprise.
I actually twitched the wheel to miss whoever it was.
Erica Lake just finished her shift and Church took over. And an hour later, he saw what looks like a person at first on the side of State Route 87, about 40 miles northeast of Phoenix.
At first, I thought it was a human. And then when you can't really see the face and the top of the body up, I was kind of, I wonder what. And then we were thinking about maybe it's a ghost.
It wasn't until Church was at the next rest stop when he took a closer look.
I don't know if it was a person or if it was something spiritual or something, but it was in the form of a human. That's all I know.
This video has them questioning what they saw, along with thousands of other people who have watched the video too.
He told us his F-18 squadron began seeing UAPs hovering over restricted airspace southeast of Virginia Beach in 2014 when they updated their jet's radar, making it possible to zero in with infrared targeting cameras. Pilots training off the Atlantic coast see things like that all the time.
Every day for at least a couple of years.
Wait a minute, every day for a couple of years?
Mm-hmm. But they are grossly underreported. These sightings are not rare or isolated, they are routine. Military aircrew and commercial pilots, trained observers whose lives depend on accurate identification, are frequently witnessing these phenomena.
If you believe we have crashed craft, stated earlier, do we have the bodies of the pilots who piloted this craft?
As I've stated publicly already in my News Nation interview, biologics came with some of these recoveries, yeah.
Were they, I guess, human or non-human biologics?
Non-human, and that was the assessment of people with direct knowledge on the program I talked to that are currently still on the program.
In efforts to cover up.
Retired Air Force Major David Gooch testified that the United States is concealing a long-standing program that retrieves and reverse engineers UFOs. The Pentagon has denied his claims. Democrats and Republicans in recent years have pushed for more research as a national security matter due to concerns that sightings observed by pilots may be tied to U.S. enemies.
There could be another explanation. But there's also the possibility that, like with flying objects, they could be from alien places. They could be supernatural, or this could be a ghostly figure.
Gerald Hoggle, professor emeritus of English at the University of Arizona and International Authority on Gothic Literature, says he's studied sightings from the 19th century, similar to what this video shows.
You know, it's appealing to think that it might be supernatural, but there's also a possibly other explanation. And it's sort of fun to be on the cutting edge of one or the other without having to decide.
It's a question scientists have tried to answer for a long time, and we may be a step closer to answering that question. A team of Harvard researchers believe they have discovered fragments of alien technology. The pieces were from a meteor that landed in the ocean near Papua New Guinea back in 2014. But the team has a lot more debris to sort through in their research. Professor Avi Loeb led that team of researchers, and he joins me now for more.
We look at them through the microscope, and we saw that they are spherical. These are called spherules, which are the melted droplets from the surface of the object, which moved too fast to be bound to the sun. It came from interstellar space.